Welcome everyone to the I Don't Know What I Did Last Weekend podcast. Today we're talking about something very interesting. We're talking about my first time blacking out from drinking. Not getting knocked out, because that's happened a couple of times too. You know, someone hits you with a brick. You try to suck your own dick, you slip, you know. That shit happens. But today, talk about drinking. Okay, so the way I'm telling this story, due to the fact I don't remember a lot of it, due to the fact that I blacked out. So I can give most of what happened before I blacked out. I can give what I woke up with after, but the in-between and a little bit of the before, I can't remember. But, lucky for me, a lot of people witnessed what happened. People witnessed it and they told me. So, here's the story of how the first time, I blacked out from drinking. Okay, so I was 12 years old. At this point in my life, I had had a couple of drinks. A beer here and there, some wine, maybe a little something harder when I was sick or whatever. But I hadn't really, gone out drinking. Hadn't really went anywhere and just got shit-faced. You know? So, I, yet again, was at a friend's house. His older brother was in a band. Friend that was in a band, the older brother was in a band as well. And they were, gangbangers. They were in a band. They were a rap group. But they were all they were kind of a gang. And they moved fucking coke. And crystal. And one of the guys cooked crystal. That was what they did. But they had this rap group. And they were throwing some kind of party. And my brother, a friend, had gotten in his way into it. Where he was going to be going. He said, hey, you should come up. You know, that chick you like, she's going to be there. So, I had been feeling this one chick. I thought she was real, I'd liked her a lot. But I was always too nervous to ever ask her out, So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll go. I'll go to this party. And maybe, it'll be fun. And maybe, me and her, I could talk to her and maybe go out with her. I thought, yeah, I can pull that shit. So we go to this party, we're chilling in the basement for the parties, we're gonna go, we're smoking some weed, chilling, listening to fucking, I think it was T.I. We were playing, What You Know About That. We get in the car, we're cranking music, and we drive to go to his friend's, this party. We go inside, ain't nothing big happening, there's a party going on, so we go in, there's music playing, there's some people, but everyone's just kind of standing around, there's a keg, people are drinking, just kind of talking. So the first thing I do is I ask someone, hey, is she here? And they're like, yeah, she is. And I see her and she's drinking, she's having a good time. So I walk over to, I'm like, I'm not going to go talk to her without a drink, because, I don't want, it's kind of weird the first thing you do in the party, going talking to her. I need to bump into her casually, with a drink in my hand or something. So I went and I got me a drink. And I was drinking it. And then, I was too nervous to do anything at all. So I just kept drinking. I was talking to my friends and stuff, we were joking around, But I just kept drinking. I was taking it. And then there were shots, started doing shots. And after about 5 shots of Jack Daniels, I don't remember what happened. Because I was a lightweight at that point. So, let's go to when I woke up. I woke up back at my friend's house. A sprained ankle. A black eye. And my lip was cut and swollen. And my hands were bloody. All bruised up and bad, Apparently, So, and I asked him what happened. He's like, hey, you don't know what you did last night, did you? I'm like, no, I don't. What the fuck happened? Because I looked like I got my ass beat. Like, I was bruised and shit. I had cuts on my face. He's like, you tried to get with that chick. I'm like, okay, what happened? He goes, nothing. I'm like, well, what'd she say? She didn't really say nothing, but her boyfriend sure as shit said something. I'm like, because I didn't know she had a boyfriend. So, I'm like, oh, fuck. So, from what I gathered, from what they told me, I had a couple drinks. Well, after, and blacked out, I had courage. And I went up to her in all my genius and started laying out this dissertation on how hot she was and how we should fuck. Now, I've never this sense, but I imagine it wouldn't work. And lo and behold, it did not fucking work. It creeped her the fuck out. So I end up talking to some other people. You know, I'm drunk as fuck. Talking to other people. And at some point, I walk back over to her. And start talking. And I start to feel, you know, she starts saying, yo, get the fuck away from me. I don't fuck. I start to feel like I'm up. According to them, I puked everywhere. Including on her. Well, she shoved me and said, like, fuck you, dude, you just puked on me, kind of shit. And I was like, no, fuck you. And I started getting all pissed off in my feelings about that shit. Well, in this point, her boyfriend comes over, boyfriend, you know, something, comes over and says, hey, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. And in my courageous mode, with the power of Jack Daniels bestowed upon me, I shove him. And I say, fuck you, dude. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Now, to describe my body type, at the age of 12, I was short, stubby, but I could kick someone's ass. Like, I could take a beating and I could give a beating. Well, I shoved him. He in turn punched me in the face. Right hook right to the fucking eye. Well, in all my this doesn't fucking faze me, and I start swinging on him. And I'm missing half the time because I'm swinging like just throwing my arms out randomly like Bruce Lee on heroin. Like Bruce Lee when he died having a fucking seizure. That's what I looked like. Shit. So I start swinging and swinging and swinging. Well, he punches me again. And I start punching him, and he starts punching me. And we start pummeling the shit out of each other until they yank us apart. And I'm like, fuck you, man. Fuck you, dude. This is bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I got better bitches anyway. You know, that type of shit when you're in your feelings. Basically, I was doing that shit when you get your ass kicked. You get up, you're like, yeah. You lucky they hold me back. Next time, I'm gonna lay your ass out, type shit. But you walking away while you're saying it, type shit. Well, I wasn't really walking away. I was kind of being pulled away because that motherfucker had guns and he was this close to shoot my ass. The reason that, they pulled me out of there wasn't because we were fighting, but he got up and he went to pull. He was gonna pull his gun on me. He was gonna shoot my ass. Because my jump, and they got me out of there. And I guess while I was walking out of while they were dragging me out, I started trying to fight them. Well, it was winter, and my dumb ass, while walking the car, slips, lands on my ass, and falls out. And when I fell down, I cracked my head on, the bumper of the car or something. I knocked my ass out. Just boom. And I was down. And they put me in the car and drove me back and dumped me. See, they didn't give a fuck. They were pissed off at me, so they just dumped me in the basement. kind of shoving me, kind of halfway pushed me down the stairs. And so I woke up laying on the ground, covered in my own vomit. Realizing I had made a bad decision. And I had to go, and he said, came up to me like, dude, and then they told me what happened that night. I was like, and then they told me the name of the guy who, like, I tried to fight. And that guy wasn't oh yeah, I'm a gangster type shit. He was on that, like, I don't even gotta say what I do. Y'all know what I do type shit. He's on that I kill people type shit. And it was made very clear to me that my ass was gonna be dead. Now this kid was like a grade above me in school, right? The guy who I fought. He's a little bit older than me. He's like 14, 15. But he was hardcore. Supposedly he had already had like 2 bodies on him. You know? So I was scared. I'm like, shit, this dude ain't fucking playing. So I didn't go to school the next day. I didn't go to school at all. Because I was scared. I didn't want to go, like, I just didn't go, you know? And my homie came back from school. He's like, hey, yo, you know he's looking for you, right? I'm like, he looking for me? Yeah, he's looking for you. He showed up at school and he had a gun on him. He's looking to kill you. I was like, fuck. I said, I can't go back to school. Ever. I gotta get the fuck out of here. He's gonna kill me. I'm like, he's gonna kill me. I'm going to prison. I'm gonna have to kill. He's gonna kill me. I'm gonna be dead. Like, I was planning my own funeral at this point. I'm like, fuck. And the next day, I still don't go to school. He was looking for me again. The third day, I'm like, my homie's like, you just gotta just go back. He came looking at the house the next day. You know, he came knocking on the door, wonder if I was up in there. And my homie lied and said, no, he ain't. He ain't in here. I heard he was down, though, at this place. And so that guy went, and he showed up there. So next time, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to school. You can only avoid death so long, right? So I show up at the school, walk in, you know. Everyone fucking, I didn't even look at me like, yo, I didn't know you were alive, shit. Like, everyone was like, whoa, what are you doing here? You supposed to be dead, what the fuck? And someone's like, my homie came up to me after school, and he's like, you know, he ain't, I'm like, where the fuck is he? I kept thinking he was gonna show up and shoot me, I was walking out of school and just pop, pop, drive up and shoot me. For fucking with him and his girl. Lucky, I didn't have that go down. They just, they left. But, so I found out that the second day, he came to school. He had come to school, and he looked for me, and he got into a confrontation at the school with security because he walked through a metal detector, and he set it off. And he had a confrontation with them about, and at that point, they searched him, and they found a couple bags of coke, and he got arrested. And it was that 1, 2, 3 strike thing. He wasn't getting out of this one. And so I heard he got arrested. And I've never, I feel bad when people go to jail, right? I don't think it's sad shit. But I've never been so relieved in my life. Because I thought for sure I was going to die. And there was still, for a while, he gets out, he's going to kill me. But him and that girl broke up. And they had problems and shit. And he was off. And so, it all kind of settled down. But I didn't drink for a while after that. I was too afraid, what the fuck is going to happen if I do it again? I'm going to drink. I still was doing hardcore shit, doing fucking coke. Fucking acid and shit, but I was doing mushrooms, pills, but I wasn't drinking. Because I was too afraid of what was going to happen if I drank again. But I drink now once in a while, I know how to drink. And I blacked out a couple more times, and luckily, I haven't almost got killed.